Did you know that in 2022 rival drug cartels decided to have a friendly soccer match? The match ended with 16 deaths and 5 injuries. How many die in a normal match? 5. 6. It's actually common for cartels to kill each other during soccer matches. But friends were made and good times were had. How many did we lose? Wow, that's half as many as normal. Relations sure are improving. This feels like a NoHo Hank quote. Scratch that. The whole situation feels NoHo Hank. 50-50 with Cristobal. Damn. I don't want to imagine what happens during unfriendly or regular matches. They kill the whole village and dismember the children of the mayor. They use the heads as soccer balls and skin as flags. They poison the water supply, burned the crops and delivered a plague unto the houses. They did? No. But are we just going to wait around until they do? Back when SpongeBob was actually funny. I've recently learned that what I watched as a kid were only the first 3 seasons. When did things start to go downhill? Pretty much after what you watched. There are a lot of really good episodes later on. But it's not as consistent. This is true. I was co-watching a newer episode with my kid. Can confirm I laughed. Cannot confirm what the episode was about. There are a couple of new episodes that are genuinely terrifying too. Krabby Patty creature feature comes to mind here. It definitely has the feel of I was a teenage Gary. I think the Mexican government should sponsor cartel soccer tournaments. Win-win. Do you mean like each cartel forms a roster from their best corrupt government officials and then they play each other? Would be a very boring game as the Sinaloa cartel owns the president and the other bureaucrats would just let him win. Explanation. As he ordered the release of El Chapo's son and later went to Sinaloa in the middle of the COVID lockdown to personally apologize to his abuela. Honestly, I don't even know what Mexico can do at this point. Arrest a high-up cartel member. And they take the whole town hostage. Hire the cartel as their own army. Declare war on the cartel. Coexist with the cartel and cave into their demands if the cost-benefit ratio checks out. Right now the third option seems the most bloodless. I think they've tried the first 2 without much success. I hope they can figure something out. Makes me glad there's nothing like that where I live. There's some merit to this. When there was only one cartel in charge, there was relative peace. It's when they're competing for territory and control that violence escalates. I don't think that mass grave of college students involved a cartel war. Who won? They stopped the match due to coronavirus fears. Safety first. The lack of masks at the event really was disgusting. 2020, that's like 2 days ago. To be fair, 2020 is like a decade long. It's basically a hell level in EverQuest. There are decades where nothing happens and weeks where decades happen. Edit. Like most things. Of course. Lenin here was correct. There are decades when we fuck around. And weeks where we find out. Lenin. I guess. Match was in prison but guns were drawn. Did they keep them in their prison wallets? Yeah, this is what I don't get. How were so many people shot while in prison? What kind of prison is this? A prison ran by cartels. If I'm a cartel running a prison, it's not a prison for my enemies. It's a death camp. They already have them. Just low-key and only with about 50 people at one time. This won't be popular on Reddit, but I work at the border. Real question. Have any links you could share about the prison stuff? I know that was the thing with Colombia. where what's his face built his own prison. And I've seen where in Central America that MS-13 has prisons they basically run. I'm more curious specifically about Mexico, though. Not who you commented on and have no real evidence. But when I watched Get the Gringo, I was interested if there were prisons run similarly in real life. And to my surprise they were fairly common when I looked them up. Articles I found at the time indicated it was its own community and the guards are there simply to keep the inmates inside. However, this could all have changed and I have no real evidence there are prisons like the ones in the movie. It is a movie after all. There are 11 players per soccer team. 21 people died/got injured. And one lucky Sinofovich left unscathed. Found the soccer player that had the gun. I like how your comment implies he shot his teammates too. They did not pass the ball. It was well deserved. That probably qualifies as friendly for the Cardinals. One of the opposing teams gave me a free necktie. Must be a little tight. I can't breathe and I keep losing consciousness. Let me cut it for you. Oops, there goes your head. The real till from the article is that Rafa Marquez was allegedly helping the Cardinals launder money and was blacklisted by the US. He also wasn't allowed to wear any sponsored clothing or be named man of the match at the 2018 World Cup. Why is this part of the article, though? It has nothing to do with the prison match. I was lost when I got there. It's like two separate articles merged. A Dothraki wedding without at least 3 deaths is considered a dull affair. How is that crucible going? Hackett. Now imagine the two of them were made to have a soccer match where none of them would have access to guns or any ability to kill each other. Rules were properly enforced. And it was agreed the winning team would gain the losing team's entire territory and the losing team would move out of the area if not the country. That'd be a high-stakes match I'd watch. Man, 2020 was wild. Op posting from 2021. It is soccer. They were just pretending to be shot. As soon as they got the penalty they jumped straight up again. Am I the only one reminded of that scene in The Brothers Grimsby when Sacha Baron Cohen's character pulls out the pistol to shoot the ball in the middle of a match? Then the ref who blows his whistle in response? Probably yes, as most people I know couldn't even get 20 minutes through that movie. Made me think of this clip. So you mean just a normal soccer match then? That's like everyone but the goalie dead. It isn't friendly match until deaths occur during it. Dothrakis approve. Oh, that forgotten age of 2020. Friendly. It went to a penalty shootout. Shirts vs skinned alive. Soccer match in a prison in Mexico. Casually mentions guns were drawn. WTF Mexico. Till that in 2020 COVID-19 caused a global pandemic. Tempers flared big time and guns were drawn. With 15 dying at the scene before a final victim passed away in hospital. Kinda weird that they're allowed to have guns. Y'all remember that r/abrupt chaos post with some dude scoring a soccer ball and then some random guy shot a G18 into the air? More deaths than injuries. That's not common. Very efficient. How many red cards though? The former Barcelona defender was eventually able to make history and captain his country in a 5th World Cup, but unlike his teammates, he wasn't allowed to wear sponsored gear in training and was also prohibited from drinking out of the same branded bottles as them. You can play, but no branded Gatorade bottle of Gatorade for you. You use the blank one with Gatorade. Reminds me of this. Sounds like a GTA mission. That's an interesting FIFA mod. The Cartel consider a soccer match with less than 3 deaths a dull affair. Who won? We won. That's considered friendly in the drug cartel's world. A nice family-friendly event. Damn. That went from wholesome to not really fucking fast. There was an attempt. Nice. I played a game like that once. Did they forget that they could lose their club sponsors with this behavior? You think the fact that this occurred in a prison, not to mention one that is effectively gang-controlled, would be an important part of the title? But I guess you got to clickbait it? Don't ya? Also, technically speaking, it was a 2019 football match, as it was held on New Year's Eve. Interesting. But not particularly important. Who was the referee? Must have been nerve-wracking to make calls. Whistles off. Sides. Someone shoots someone else and the ref just pretends to be looking up at the sky. To be fair, soccer is a really tough sport to get. Blood Bowl, but soccer and in real life. Yikes. Who won though? Was hoping it would have gone more like this _ truce. I love that story. Except for the part where the truce ends and they just start killing each other again. Imagine being the ref in that match. It says despite the presence of their families, they somehow had access to weapons, including firearms. Is that sentence as dumb as I think it is? That's one way to free up some bunks. Okay, someone needs to up security down there. 22 guns were used. 17 knives? What's next? Someone's got grenades. Red card? More like dead card. I'll take my downvotes and show myself out. During WWI, enemy soldiers played a game of football during Christmas. They even went back to shooting at each other after their short-term truce. Maybe that's because the soldiers didn't want to be in the war. Whereas the cartel members are all sociopaths who just like killing. They don't like killing. They like money. Killing is just a necessity in the biz. How much money did they get for killing each other at a soccer game in a prison? The game had no yellow cards. All the cards turned red with blood. Was Neymar playing? A cartel match without at least 3 deaths is considered a full affair. Really keeping the year 2020 on brand. But what was the score? They were probably faking it. Need more matches so they can kill each other off. So basically IRL Blood Bowl. There's only 11 men on a team. Well, if it's 11 aside, that means one person escaped completely unharmed. His identity we will never know. That is what I call friendly. Yeah, that saying you hear in games they put their bodies on the line. Think they took it a little bit too far. But not over the goal line. I'm no prison warden. And this may be controversial. But I think a good rule for a prison would be prisoners can't carry firearms. Friendly soccer matches aren't ever actually friendly in the sense that everyone is friends. They are still competitive games. And the rival supporters may still hate each other. They are called friendlies because the results don't count in the club's leagues. Only BC captain Carrot wasn't officiating. That one lucky safe motherfucker. That's a sport I can get behind. Footy accumulators. At Footy comes a friendly match between two cartels in a prison in north-central Mexico. Saw 16 people die and 5 injured. Despite family members being present, both sides somehow had access to weapons, including guns. It took 2 hours for the police to take back control of the prison. WTF. This article uses the Daily Mail as a source, which usually means that it's completely fabricated. I wonder how that is going to affect the price of smack and meth? But it quickly descended into utter chaos over a dirty tackle inside the penalty area. As per the Daily Mail, dirty tackles are no joke. But who won? How friendly. I'm sure they had fun. Same with the British and Irish playing a friendly game. See, this is why we can't have nice things. Clearly it went to a shootout. But who won?